Working this morning, my baby's voodoo charm. Without a warning, she got her mojo on. Her spell is strong, my baby's voodoo charm. For the love of money, nothing better's ever been. Green running right next to her skin. Don't take long, my baby's voodoo charm. Tell them about it, D-Vibe. nobody no harm. People all around doing evil. They don't seem to last too long. We got the time, I've got the place. Baby, you got what it takes. I turn down the noise from the street, and let's make some midnight heat. I just wanna be your lover. Wanna be the one that you're gonna need. You will never find no other that'll do for you. I like me. We got the time, I've got the place. Baby, you got what it takes. I turn down the noise on the street, and let's make some midnight heat. Make some midnight heat. Make some midnight heat. Well, well, well. Come on, D. Temperature start rising, and the moon turn to stone. Let me be your easy rider. Let me bring it on back home. We got the time, I've got the place. Baby, you got what it takes. The noise from the street, and let's bring some midnight heat. Make some midnight heat. Make some midnight heat. Well, well, well.
Recorded live from the stage of World Cafe here in Philadelphia, it is Christone, Kingfish, Ingram. The Grammy award-winning bluesman has a new album out called Hard Road, and he is my guest today on World Cafe. I am Kaleo. Christone, welcome back, my dude. It is so good to speak again.
Man, thank y'all for having me. We always have a good time when we come here, for sure.
Appreciate it. So how are you doing? How's life treating you?
Man, everything's great, man. The road is awesome. New album, just started my own label, just living life, man.
Yeah, beautiful. There is a lot to talk about, and I want to get to the record label stuff because there's some really fascinating stuff going on with your new label, Red Zero. We'll talk about that in a bit, but first, the music, man. New album, Hard Road, coming off your last record, which was a live record, live in London. Pretty much, the world's your oyster. You go in a lot of different directions. Tell me about what you wanted to do with Hard Road.
So I wanted to make some music that showcased my vocal talent rather than my, guitar ability.
Mm-hmm.
And, everyone knows me today as the, guitar slinger, but, there are some people that, give me compliments on my voice. So I just wanted to see what could I, do in the crooning R&B space. I want to be like, Barry White meets Hendrix or something like that, so... Yeah.
Well, they're on board, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's jump to that because I wanted to talk about your vocals because the last time you were on for 662, one of the things that I remarked on is how much stronger your voice had become as an instrument, and that was 3 or 4 years ago. You've really come into your own as a vocalist on this record. So my hat's off to you on that. Tell me about the work that went into it.
So I'll be honest and say some of the songs were recorded during the 662 sessions. We just didn't use it for that record.
Yeah.
So we kind of reworked and did some overdubs. But I kind of went back between Nashville and L.A. I moved from Mississippi to L.A. and started working with different producers and musicians in the studio, like going on the last 3 or 4 years. And I just knew this sound that I had, and I knew it was something on the lines of R&B, not while losing my bluesiness or losing the guitar edge, but still just trying to mesh, different things together to create my sound.
Very cool. I got to ask, one of my favorite performances on the record is Standing on Business. Well, okay, good. That's a good sign. But tell me, that must have been so much fun to go into the studio and sing, not just play guitar on,
Well, how we did that track was we built the music first, and then we just, was writing as we go. So, yeah, that's definitely me on guitar on that. But so we have this genre in the southern region called Southern Soul, and, in the last couple of years, it's taking more of a, it's getting more like a mainstream appeal. But you had artists back in the day like, Johnny Taylor, the Tyrone Davis, they were kind of like the forefathers, and soul fathers of that genre. So I want to see, what could I do as far as, that style. And one night in the studio, it just, I was with one of my homeboys, Frank Robinson, who writes, and we ended up doing it, and the vocals were just I want to say one take, maybe.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I was so comfortable with that style. So yeah, man.
That's awesome. Let's hear a little bit of Standing on Business. It's Kingfish here on World Cafe.
And the grass ain't greener, so I've been told. Girl, I'm planning on business, and don't get in them feelings. And after this time, I don't want no more dealings. Girl, I'm standing on business. I need a lot of bit of distance. So baby, for the last time, goodbye, good riddance.
It's Kingfish with Standing on Business. That's from his new album, Hard Road, here on World Cafe. Kingfish is my guest today. I would love to talk a little bit about your songwriting on this album. There's a quote from the liner notes that I thought was really beautiful. It said, "These songs are about owning my own story. They're about learning to see myself clearly and seeing others with more compassion. That's changed the way I write, the way I play, and the way I live." That is a beautiful sentiment, man. I'd love to hear a little bit more about clarity and compassion being a bigger part of your life.
Well, I've had, some different life experiences, in the last 3 or 4 years. Like I said, I moved to LA, and that was pretty much from, following, a young lady out
Romance?
there. And I end up pretty much staying over there altogether. And it just taught me a lot of things about myself that I didn't realize and didn't know. And not only that, balancing, this somewhat fame that I have and dealing with things that come along with it. Like, it's not all glamour. Like, we talk about it constantly in the band. Every day there's someone that's trying to leech and latch on in a way, and it it sometimes it gets to be a lot. So all of that in a melting pot, hard road. Pretty much, yeah.
Totally. What keeps you like grounded and cool when all of the leeches or people come out of the woodworks wanting something or asking
the music,
for
man. The music. I say all the time, the music. Being on stage is the fun part. Making music and playing music is the fun part of this business. Like, when you get off, that's when all the the crap comes. But the music is what keeps me going, at least. So.
Beautifully said. Yeah. We're here with Christone, Kingfish, Ingram on World Cafe. The new album is Hard Road. We would love to hear some of those new sounds that we have that you have at your disposal on this record. We'll talk a little bit about some of the production and some of the genres you're playing with. But where are we headed to next, Christone?
We got a new joint called "Bad Like Me." It's kind of like poppy rocky, but we got you. For sure.
We're ready for it. Yeah. It's Kingfish here on World Cafe.
From sticks to city stick, from sticks to the sickest real. From young Zay now to fish, y'all ain't seen a southern flick. These roads are paved and known by the rails, preachers and poems. When game and shame are dope and hope you come. Oh, and how you know? Have you walked the tightest road? Crooked letter, I ain't messing when it comes to heat. Fast or slow tempo, a hand clap, shout, stomp your feet. Yo, don't go slow, you roll or get caught up on a creep. Shout out to Uncle Nate, as he say, nobody does it better than we. Oh, is there a higher known? Have you walked the tightest road? Seen more than you think you know. That's why there ain't nobody bad like me. 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 I walk the finest line, surviving the toughest street. Ain't nobody bad like, ain't nobody bad like, bad like me. Had my friends, had my music, worked my weekends. I was running, there was nothing I was needing. Then you crashed in, made my whole world spin. It was only then I knew nothing but your love will do. Ain't nobody else compared to you. Ain't no going back now. Everything is changing now. The only thing that gets me through, nothing but your love will do. Something about your touch, it keeps me reeling. Without your loving, girl, I'm in my feelings. It'd be a waste of time to even try to find someone who likes my nights like you. Nothing but your love will do. Ain't nobody else compared to you. Ain't no going back now. Everything is changing now. The only thing that gets me through, nothing but your love will do. And it feels like dancing in the sheets now. You make it hard to breathe now. You're the one thing that I just can't lose. Girl, it's true, you know you ruined me for anyone else. If we were ever not together, I'd be by myself. Lonely as how I find myself if you're on my mind. Every day and way I'm yearning for you. Nothing but your love will do. Ain't nobody else compared to you. Ain't no going back now. Everything is changing now. The only thing that gets me through, nothing but your love will do.
Recorded live here in Philadelphia, it is Christone, Kingfish, Ingram, a performance of Nothing But Your Love. It is from the new album, Hard Road, which is available now. Christone and the band are here. I am Kaleo. This is World Cafe. One of the things, with the record that I think people will stand out, especially if they've come to know who you are as a blues musician, There is smooth R&B on this. There is hard rock. There's even, as you said, some pop elements. To some listeners, those are all wildly different genres, right? But as a blues artist, and blues being the root of all music, like, how different are they from your perspective when you're going into the studio and you're making a song?
Well, for me, I try to keep the blues to be the foundation for everything.
Yeah.
I keep that in my mind, and once it goes too far left, I end up either scaling it back or scrapping the whole thing.
Yeah.
For one, I also try to keep in mind that for me, one of my missions is to bring this genre to a younger audience.
Yeah.
And I can't go too far left. So I have to keep something of the blues in
The
there,
foundation,
the foundation in there. So yeah, definitely. That's pretty much how I try to approach all of it.
I thought this was really interesting, man. Like, you worked with 3 different producers who have 3 very different backgrounds on this record. You co-produced the album, but Tom Hambridge works in the rock, country, blues scene. You got Patrick Hayes with an R&B background, working with a guy like Usher. And then Nick Goldston's a pop guy. What is it different being in the room with a pop producer versus a rock producer versus a hip hop producer? Like,
Oh yeah, definitely. Because obviously it's still all different genres, and and everyone has different musical backgrounds. Obviously, I'm still working with Tom because I wanted some familiarity as far as the music on the record, and plus I wanted to show people that I'm not leaving, no blues or blues rock, so I had Tom for that. And Patrick was a producer and musician that I had been a fan of, back in my younger years, and yeah, man, I ended up meeting him at the 2020 Grammys, and we finally got a chance to get in the studio together, and we made a bunch of songs and some of the R&B cuts and everything. He did. And Nick, I worked with Nick on my Sistix 2 project. He's the one that produced the song that we're about to play now. That was in tribute to my mom, called Rock and Roll.
Cool. Very cool. We're here with Christone, Kingfish, Ingram on World Cafe. The new album is Hard Road, the first release to come out on Red Zero Records, your own record label. Tell me about starting your label, man. You talk about how you don't want people coming out of the woodworks and asking for things. Being a record label owner.
Hey, man, it's a good problem to have in that sense.
Yeah, tell me about it. I want to hear this.
So it was an idea that my manager and I had formulated, want to say around 2018. I've been blessed to have some success in this field and genre, but there's a lot of other artists, young and old, who have been taken advantage of. Either that or they just haven't been given a shot altogether.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm in a good space in my career now where I can give that to some people who are deserving of it. So that was the basis of it, and what really drove it for me was watching a Sam Cooke documentary on Netflix, where he's explaining that he wants to give some other artists a shot to do their thing because they wasn't given one. So yeah, that was pretty much the basis behind it. Me owning my music and all of that, like it's great. It's wonderful. Trust me, wonderful. But for me, I want to create an avenue for people who need it.
Wow. What do you want to see more of from these young artists coming? What do you want to see them bring into blues music? Like, as someone who owns the label and are looking for young talent.
I mean, that pretty much explains itself. Just pretty much, freshness to the genre. Just everything ain't gotta be about my baby left me. We are artists of this time. Let's write everything that you see going on in the world today that's quote unquote horrible or whatever you want to put it, is it all stems from the blues, because the blues is life. So we have to write about things that's going on in today's world rather than singing about Muddy's story or Wolf's story or BB's story. So yeah.
Absolutely. Congratulations on that. We're here with Christone, Kingfish, Ingram on World Cafe. The new album is Hard Road. Let's close out this session. What do you want to take us home with?
Okay, we're gonna do it. I hope I don't bring it too somber, but there's a song from my second record called Rock and Roll that's a tribute to my late mother. So we're gonna play that one.
We'd love to hear it.
kitchen or playing solitaire. She been burning them stacks with the monkey on her back, 'cause daddy ain't there. She been swinging that axe and picking up the slack, and it ain't fair. So I could sell my song to rock and roll. So I could sell my song to rock and roll. She made a deal with the angels, so they never let go. So I could sell my song to rock and roll. Oh, when I'm driving down the highway, oh, when I wanna let up, there's an angel on my shoulder with the sweet tea, driving in an old gray one, saying play the song, but that heart is broken, but don't give up. So I could sell my song to rock and roll. So I could sell my song to rock and roll. She made a deal with the angels, so they never let go. So I could sell my song to rock and roll. In the name of Grandma and Granddad's ago, propaganda in beside me when I'm finding that I'm all alone. I'm gonna sell my song to rock and roll. I'm gonna sing my song to rock and roll. She made a deal with the angels, so they never let go. So I can sing my song to rock and roll. I'm gonna sing my song to rock and roll. I'm gonna sing my song to rock and roll. She made a deal outside of this town. Outside of this town. Outside of this town. Outside of this town. All you're gonna see is tail lights closing doors of railroad track. If I don't leave out there and end up 6 feet down, I know that there's life outside of this town. Thank you guys, appreciate it. Thank you.